So again, for everyone joining today, we need 2 blocks or block-like things. Something for pigeon, because we got to do pigeon. And a blanket or a thick towel just to pad up your knees so that you can be really comfortable. Hi David, I can't see your face, but I'm so happy you're here. Who else is coming? Ruth. Hi. Okay, let's get started. So, I thought we would do a fun twisting class today. So I'm nearing the time when I have to stop twisting because I'm growing a human right now. Yeah! It's funny to see everyone so excited, but hear nothing. Yeah, so I will be modifying my practice. This will be very interesting as time progresses. I don't know how I will demonstrate everything, but I'll figure it out. So I thought we would do a really fun twisting class while I still can, and so I hope you'll enjoy. I love twisting and I don't want to let it go, so we'll do some really fun twists today. So let's get started. Why don't you set your padding up along the center of your mat. Now, always I think it's better to have not quite so much thickness. So if you can spread it out wide, especially if it's like a towel that you're using, make it overhang the sides of your mat. Have your blocks handy. You're actually going to start in Virasana, and I'm going to face you to begin. So make sure that your knees are padded on the blanket or on your towel, and stick a block under your butt, whether it's on the low level or you flip it up to the medium facet. Or if you need to stack 2 blocks underneath your butt, just give yourself space in the knees so that there's no pressure, no pain in your knees at all, okay? And then we're gonna do that adjustment that I know I've taught many of you before, where you're just inwardly spinning your thighs and pulling the flesh of your butt back, okay? So do your right leg first, spin your inner thigh down, pull the flesh of the butt back. So it should really reveal your sitting bone. You should feel it pointier. And then do the same thing on the other side so that you get access to those 2 bony landmarks, the base of the pelvis. And you're just encouraging the thighs to rotate inward so they remain neutral, okay? And then sit up super tall, bring poise and intelligence to the spine, to your posture, and feel a settling of your shoulders. And let's actually start by just closing the eyes for a sec. And as we often do, I'll give you a challenge of using 3 breaths to shift into a new mind space. So with each breath that comes and goes, there's a little more consciousness, a little more clarity in your state of being. And after those 3 breaths, just breathe with consciousness. And that in and of itself should feel really good. It feels good to breathe with consciousness. Keep it up on your own. And allow your eyes to open up. And as you breathe in, I want you to start to reach your arms forward, interlock your fingers, push the arms up and over your head. So Badanguliasana, you're going to squeeze your skull with your upper arm
gradual introduction of the side body opening. Inhale, reach up. You can look up, turn your palms in, releasing the grip of the fingers. As you exhale, look forward and backstroke your arms behind your pelvis. Pause for a second, just squeeze your palms together to activate your upper back with some activity. And then bend your elbows and interlock your fingers with your right thumb on top. Stretch your arms long to press the sternum up. But if you can see behind my back, what I'm still doing is keeping a little bend in the elbows, and I'm narrowing the elbows towards one another. And then pull your fist around to the left side of your waist. And I want you to squeeze your elbow in. So it's almost like a thigh master, that kind of squeezing together. Tilt your head over towards the side where your fist is. And this should give you like a really big stretch through the side of the neck. You can keep your head stationary right here, or you can choose to kind of angle the face, maybe down in the diagonal or up in the diagonal. Sometimes I like to pull my chin in towards my chest, and just, what you're doing is just looking for the sensation that feels really satiating, and you're just gonna pause there and give yourself a sec to open that up. And then keep your back hand where it is. In fact, use your left hand to wrap your right fingertips around the waist, and then take the opposite hand and slip it outside of your right thigh and start to rotate yourself around your own central axis. Okay, so the hand that's on your back ribs, see if you can fill those ribs in by rising up through that far side of the waist. As you exhale, pressurize the back of your hand into the outer leg to help you rotate, rotate, rotate. And then turn to face forward. And as you breathe in, reach your arms forward and up. Once again, interlock your fingers, heels of the hands up and over your head. This time, stand up on your shins. And imagine you've got a block between your inner thighs that you're spinning back and squeezing in. Okay, draw your right knee up and into your chest. And I want you to open it to the side. Pause here. You're going to start to squeeze your heel in towards the knee in towards the heel. We did this last week. And then cut your top hip crease down and start to side bend over towards your bent leg. Now find the shoelace part of your back foot. Use it to move your pelvis forward a little more and see if you can lean a tiny bit more while still activating your legs. And then split your two hands and cut your elbow down inside of your knee. Pressurize your elbow into the knee and then rotate your rib cage up. Rotate your gaze up underneath your armpit. Keep the legs working a ton. And as you breathe in, come all the way back upright. Arms over your head. Push off of your foot and try to gracefully, with balance, shift back into your Virasana. Hands in your lap. Elongate your spine. Take a deep breath in. And breathe out. Reach your arms forward and up, interlocking your hands in a weird way. Squeeze your skull with your upper arms and see if you can integrate your front ribs in and inflate your back ribs up. And then take a side bend over to the left, really gentle, not huge. And all the way up and over in the other direction. So I started mirroring you guys, but everyone's going in different directions anyway, so we'll all just do our own right and left. Inhale, come on, upright. And then look up as your palms turn to face in. Circle your arms back, interlock your feet. Before you interlock, squeeze your arms together. So we just want to get the upper back really working. Press the palms towards one another. And then bend your elbows so you can interlock fingers. Left thumb on top. Stretch your arms long while keeping that micro bend in your elbows. And start to move your thumbs back and away from your sacrum if that's available to you. And you can pull the hands against one another to feel your upper back working even more. And then pull your fist over to your left waist. I'm going to do my right. So, no, wait. Pull it over to the right waist. I have to remember. Okay? And then tilt your head towards your waist that has the fist on it. I really confused myself. And then feel free to kind of angle the head in different ways. start to pull. So you're really using your hands to facilitate this twist. So you're pulling on that far waist to move its own hip back, and you're pressurizing your right hand into the left thigh to rotate. And then what you'll do with your back elbow is widen it away from your rib cage. That's it. And then turn to face yourself forward, reach your arms forward and up, interlocking your fingers, standing up on your shins. Press the heels of the hands up and aim to have your index fingers higher than your pinkies. Draw your left knee up and into your chest, and then open it to the side. Step your foot down, good, David. Push up, 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 cut your top hip down. Scissor your legs together and push your pelvis forward as you start to lean towards your bent leg, towards this boxed leg. This is called Parigasana. It's a variation, a modification of Parigasana. Now break the two arms apart as you cut your elbow down inside of the knee. So you really want to find this contact, this pressure that you're making between the inner knee and the outer elbow is what's facilitating this twist through the spine as your heart looks up. And then check in with your legs again. Keep working them, hugging to the midline, pushing the pelvis forward so you can lean your upper body back. Take one more breath, and breathe all the way out. Inhale, come upright, arms overhead, lift your foot, gracefully sweep it forward as you sit back down to Virasana. Stack your palms one on top of the other, sit with intelligence, and close your eyes. Just feel your heartbeat slightly elevated. Feel energy starting to buzz and travel through the body like electric current. Appreciate the heat that you've already started to build. And bring your hands into a prayer at your heart. Take a few moments to simply be with your breath and reflect on where you're at this morning, mentally, emotionally. Feel really good about the fact that your yoga practice is going to help you feel more elevated, more transformed. That's the beauty of this practice. It really works to help us feel better, help us feel more ourselves. So that's a blessing, and it's part of your day now. So let's all take a deep breath in together. And just clear it out the mouth. Super slow inhale, we'll ohm together. Lift your heart up, bow your head slightly forward. Place your hands into your lap. Lift your chin back upright and blink your eyes open. Beautiful. Okay. So set your blocks up near the top corners of your mat or your block-like things. And let's come into downward facing dog right off the bat. Okay? So make sure your padding is laid down for your knees if you're using it. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, and just get acclimated here. You can pedal your feet. You can lift a leg and open a hip. You can circle a hip. My personal fave is always creating a little bit of a side stretch, turning heels to the side so that you get a big long waist on one side. Just do what feels good, and I give you, permission to explore a little bit and just kind of satiate sensation in your body. If that means you want to be super still, you can totally be still. And you'll start to work your way towards stillness, but know that you're always making these tiny micro refinements as you're here so that you're not stagnant, you're participating with
you to start to unlock your knees. There's a little micro bend in the knees. If you're feeling very tight, bend the knees more generously so you can get a really super sharp, pointy butt. Spin your inner thighs in and back so it feels like it widens the base of your seat. And then start to push the floor away so that your shoulders slightly shift up towards your ears, but widen the base of your neck by turning your armpits in. Take one more big breath in. As you exhale, put your knees down on the ground, reach forward and up, Baddha Kootayasana, just like earlier, pressing the pelvis forward. Let's tuck the toes, keeping them tucked, and you'll draw your right knee up and into your chest and step forward gracefully. Transfer some weight forward into your front foot and scissor your legs, compact your hips in. Breathe in, go up with the heels of the hands. As you exhale, take a side bend over to the right. Now, we tend to kind of sink through the right side of the waist. I want you to push up through the right heel of the hand so that your right waist gets longer within the side stretch. And as you breathe in, come back up. Turn your palms to face in, look up, and you can explore a back bend. As you exhale, bow forward, take your blocks in your hands if you're using them. Straighten both of your legs for a super simple modified Parsvottanasana. You can undulate your spine. You can stay stationary, but I want you to take huge breaths through your rib cage and explore what it is to bring stability to the pelvis within asymmetry. So you're plugging your right femur back into the hip socket and rolling the left pelvic half forward. And then this is really heavy and really difficult to translate into the physical body, but compact your two hips in so that it's really stabilizing for the pelvis. You're just here for one more breath. Opening up the back of your front leg. And as you breathe in, bend your front knee forward, reveal your collarbones. You can shift your blocks to the side. Take a twist, right arm reaching up to the ceiling. Okay, now you're welcome to put your right hand on the back of your pelvis to level out the right and the left sides. Bend your front knee forward so your pubis moves forward, and then rotate from your belly, rotate from your spine. Secure your left shoulder on the back, and just take one more big breath in. As you exhale, your top arm circles to the back of your mat and then down. Look forward, step forward with your feet separated, take Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, fold into your legs. Work the arms behind your back and interlock your fingers. You can also use a belt to hang onto a hand towel if an interlace isn't happening. I want you to work the arms forward, away from your back, without locking out your elbows like I was doing a moment ago. Keep that little bend in your elbows and then slip your shoulders away from your ears onto your back. As you breathe in, you're just going to bend your knees and lift your chest up and look forward with your heart. Pull your belly up and off of your thighs and have a flat back so you're parallel to the ground. You're going to twist your belly and your chest to the right. Lean your right shoulder head back, lean your skull back. Come back to the center with an inhale. And as you exhale, twist in the other direction, leaning your head back, leaning your left shoulder back. Your right knee is bending far more than the left. Inhale, come back to the middle. And as you exhale, fold down into your legs. And I want you to just hang like a rag doll. Clasp your elbows, or you can grip onto your elbows behind your calves, but you're just gonna kind of sway side to side. I'm just gonna do pull my hair out really quickly. There we go. Take one more breath where you're at. I want you to drop your hands down as you exhale. As you breathe in, stand all the way up, reach your arms over your head to the ceiling, look up to your palms. As you exhale, bring your right hand outside of your right hip, on the outer hip, and take a side stretch over to the right. You can let your hips slightly lean left. Inhale, come all the way back up, both arms up, look up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, other direction, smooth your front ribs down, lift your back ribs up. Inhale, come on upright, look up towards your hands. And as you exhale, fold back down into your legs. As you breathe in, step your left foot back into a lunge. Exhale, step your right foot back into a plank pose. I want you to hold your plank. Rotate your upper inner arms forward. And as you exhale, pitch forward slightly. Bend your elbows and lower halfway to the floor. Pause. Put your pelvis and your thighs down. Roll your shoulders onto your back and point your feet. Pressurize feet down so your kneecaps rebound up, and then start to pull with your palms. Take one more breath. And then push the hands and knees. Brief extended child's pose, propping up to your fingertips. And then come forward onto hands and knees and take your dog pose once again. Couple of breaths. See if you can clarify this dog pose even more than the first. So a little more engagement through the legs. Feel the muscles of the front of your legs pulling up towards your hip creases and helping to deepen the front of your hips. And as you breathe in, get longer through your waist. Exhale, put your knees on the ground, look forward. Reach forward, standing up, interlock your fingers. Heels of the hands press up. Draw your left knee up and into your chest. Big step forward, Anjaneyasana. Scissor the legs, compact hips. Breathe in, go up with your hands. As you exhale, side bend over to the left. Push the left heel of the hand up higher so your left waist gets longer. Big breath in. Exhale, breathe out. As you inhale, come upright, turn your palms in. Explore as much of a back bend as you'd like. Exhale, bow forward, blocks or not. Straighten both of your legs for pyramid, Parsvottanasana. Now remember, you're pulling up through your left thigh as if you're trying to lift the left foot off of the floor. Rotate your right pelvic half around towards the left inner thigh, and then work your front ribs down the length of your left quadriceps so that you get a more acute forward fold in the front of your left hip. Keep your collarbones wide even as you're folding, and your shoulders held on your back with intelligence so you're not just slumping. Okay, last breath here. As you breathe in, bend your front knee forward, supercharge your back leg, reveal the collarbones, and take your twist to the left. Okay, so it's gonna have to feel like your right hip is lifting a little bit more than the left. Left hip sinks down, and you rotate from your belly in the center of the spine. Your left arm can reach up when you're ready. And just see if you can rotate your right biceps forward so that it secures that same shoulder on the back. Big inhale. Top arm rotates back and then down. Now look forward, step forward, breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. As you exhale, fold down into your legs. Take your arms behind your back. Work your arms away from your spine. Pull the hands against each other. And let's come back into that chair pose, skier's pose, really. Lift your belly off of your thighs, extend your sternum forward. We'll twist left. As you breathe in, straighten your left leg. Lean your left shoulder, head back. And exhale, come right back to the middle. Inhale, turn in the other direction. Skull leans back, right shoulder leans back. Exhale, come back to the center. Tone your belly. One more breath in. Exhale, fold down into your legs. Take a huge breath into your back. And I want you to flutter the lips or open your mouth super wide and exhale. Breathe in and stand all the way up. Reach your arms over your head to the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, side bend left. Heel of the hand is on the greater trochanter, the widest part of your pelvis. Inhale, come upright with arms lift. Exhale, side bend other direction. Smoothing front ribs down, back legs, ribs lift. Inhale, come up. Look up towards your hands. Exhale, fold into your legs. Breathe in, step back with your right foot. So you come into a lunge, look forward. plank pose. Really strong legs to help the upper body not have to work as hard. Inner upper arms rotate forward, chest wide. Take one more inhale. Pitch forward and bend your elbows halfway to the floor. Pause. Pelvis and thighs land. Roll your shoulders onto the back and pull with your palms. Cobra pose number 2. You're welcome to lift higher if you firm your legs and pull with your hands. Extended child's pose. Prop up to your fingertips. Let your forehead settle towards the floor. Maybe a shift from right to left. Downward facing dog. Okay, let's move with this dynamically. So breathe in, elevate your right leg up. Exhale, step forward to your right thumb, put your back knee on the ground, now look forward. Arms reach out first. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, side bending to the right. Inhale all the way up, turn your palms in, look up. Exhale, fold into pyramid, Parsvottanasana. Breathe in, front knee bends forward, twist to the right. Exhale, top arm circles back and down, step forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold to your legs, arms behind your back. Breathe in, skier's pose, looking forward. Lift your ribs, lift your belly. Exhale, turn to the right. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale at the center. Exhale, fold to your legs. Flip your palms to the ceiling, backs of the hands on the floor. Inhale, stand up, arms reach up, gaze up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, all the way upright. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, come upright, palms face up. In, look up. Exhale, fold to your legs. A little more swiftly. Inhale, right foot, left foot to plank. It's different this time. Keep your toes tucked, but as you exhale, let the hips move towards the heels of the hands. Micro bend your elbows and rotate your elbow blades back. Straighten the elbows more, catching your outer rib cage and moving it forward towards the front of your mat. Pike your pelvis back, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg lifts. Exhale, step forward, back knee to the floor. Now reach forward first and then back bend to rise up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, upright, palms turn in, you can look up, back bend. Exhale, fold into front straight leg, Parsvottanasana. Inhale, rebend front knee, twist left. Exhale, top arm reaches back and down. Step forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Feet are separated. Exhale and fold, flip the palms, backs of the hands down. Inhale, arms behind the back, bend your knees, skier's pose. Exhale, twist left. Inhale to the middle. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, stand up, reach up to the ceiling. Side bend left as you exhale. Inhale, upright. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, fold to your legs. Inhale, left foot, right foot plank. Exhale, up dog with tucked toes. It's a variation. Stay for a second, see if you can clarify biceps rolling forward, triceps back. Exhale, pike your pelvis. 3 breaths. During that time, fold up your towel or your blanket. You'll likely use it one more time, but just move it out of your way for now. 2 more breaths. 1 more. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Journey to the top. Walk, step, step, hop your feet forward. Inhale, elongate your spine forward. Exhale, fold to your legs. You can flip the backs of the hands down, palms face up. Inhale, stand up. Reach to the ceiling, touch the palms. into a prayer at the heart. Take a sec, breathe in. And breathe out. Okay, if you want your feet together for Surya Namaskar A, heel toe them together. I'm going to keep mine separated. As you breathe in, reach all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, fold into your legs, drop the weight of your skull down. Inhale, elongate your spine, look forward. As you exhale, step right foot, left foot back. Bend your elbows halfway to the floor. Let's do upward facing dog. Slide your toes back. Point your feet, push the floor away and firm your legs. Downward facing dog, pike back. Stay here for 3. This is your first. Again, breathe in. This is your second. One more. Bend your knees, look forward. Step, step, or spring your feet to the top. Elongate your spine. Exhale, fold. Feel free to flip your palms. Stand up, arms reach to the ceiling. Look up at the top. Exhale, hands to the heart, and then immediately release down. Do this again. Inhale, reach all the way up, gaze up. Just stick with it, Sarah. Exhale, fold into your legs. Inhale, elongate your spine. Exhale, step, step, or jump back if you'd prefer. Bend your elbows. Slide your toes back as you point your feet. Come to your up dog. Pull with your heels of the hands. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Good, stay. Now really open up your inner shoulder heads a ton. Unlock your elbows a little bit, Sarah. And rotate your biceps up, up, up. Okay? Keep going with your sun salutation A. Let's say about, 2 more minutes. Not a whole lot of time. It might be a little bit less than that. But just flow through your own Surya Namaskar A practice. Okay? The beauty of this is that it's a connection of your breath and your movement. So really link the two together and see if you can move as slowly as you're breathing. Breathe as slowly as you're moving. I want you to take 5 more breaths and meet in downward facing dog. This is your first. Second breath. Your third breath. Fourth. Last one to get to your dog pose. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale, roll forward into a plank pose. Look forward. You're going to slightly pitch forward and lower all the way down to your bellies. Okay? Move your blocks out to the side so they're not in your way. In fact, some of you might want to put them right next to your skull, outside of your head on the low level. You're going to make your right arm into a cactus shape. I'll do my left arm just so that you can see it. It's going to be on the floor, wrist, elbow, everything on the floor. The elbow slips a little higher than your shoulder, and your wrist slips a little wider than your elbow. You're going to roll onto your right side, and as you do so, I want you to slip your arm out wider, wider, wider. You can put your head on the block, or you can float your block off, or your head off the floor. Prop your other set of fingertips in front of your chest, and then you can either arc your top leg back, or you can do a tree pose shape, which is not my jam, or you can straighten both of your legs if you'd like. But just make this feel like a sustainable shape in the legs. And then your bottom shoulder, I want you to slip your shoulder down and onto your back. So it's like you're trying to create a little bit of space between the shoulder and the floor. It's a huge pec stretch. Now, the different way of angling your arm will create a different result. If it's a straight elbow, how high it is, or how wide it is, it will target a slightly different area of your pecs, whether it's pec minor or pec major. But all will feel good. Take one more breath into your right chest. And as you exhale, roll down onto your belly. We're just going to move straight onto the other side. Set up the arm, go onto your side, and prop the set of fingertips right in front of your chest. Again, either stack your legs, arc the top leg back, tree pose. If you're extra tight, you might need your knee in front of you on the floor. That's really helpful if your pecs or shoulders are super, super tight. Slip your shoulder face away from the floor and down onto your back. So it's a really effective and intelligent way of organizing your shoulder girdle. Just like how you wouldn't want to stand with slumped shoulders. You don't want to do this pose with slumped shoulders either. One more breath. And then you'll roll down onto your bellies, slip your blocks back to their homes, shift your hands into your shoulders, firm up your legs, firm your belly. Take one breath in. And as you exhale, press up to a plank pose and downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and hop into a yogic squat, Upadesasana, at the top of the mat. Hands come together in a prayer. If you need a block under your butt, stick it there. We're not here for long. Lift your sternum up towards your thumbs, widen your collarbones, no tension in the neck. Just a big breath in, move your pelvis forward and your torso back. Exhale, hands to the floor, and lift your hips up and turn your feet in, and start to heel toe your feet out wide, and turn your feet up for Skandasana. Bend your right knee, flex your left foot. Now, I say this frequently, but if your body naturally pops the right heel off of the floor, that's fine, as long as you're not rounding and hunching through the spine. So everyone work the front line of the torso longer, and then I want you to, it's going to be invisible, but I want you to turn your pelvis like slightly to the right so that you get this insane opening through the left inner leg. It's like a very big sensation. And then take the other side. Straighten both of your legs. Travel over to your left bent knee. Right foot flexes. Right butt scoops under. Extend the spine. And then work to turn your pelvis. It's like imperceptible, you know, if you're looking in on somebody, do this, but turn your pelvis slightly to the left. It's going to feel huge. It's going to feel huge in the right inner thigh. And straighten both of your legs. Come back to the middle and start to journey your feet together. Heel toeing, heel toeing, heel toeing until they're together. Again, I'm going to keep mine separated, but you can have yours all the way together. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, look up. Exhale, fold into your legs. Breathe in, stand all the way up. Reach your arms to the ceiling, gaze up. Exhale, hands to the heart, release your arms down. Okay, let's move. Inhale, bend your knees, fingers touch the floor and come up to chair pose. Exhale, fold into your legs. Breathe in, extend your spine forward, look forward. You can take a vinyasa, hopping or stepping, moving through any combination of poses. Okay, we're gonna move with each other. Listen carefully. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step to your right thumb, put your back knee down on the ground again. Inhale, reach forward and up. We did this earlier. Circle your arms overhead and behind the back. Interlock your fingers. Breathe in, stretch your arms long. Exhale, fist your left waist. Inhale, reach your left arm forward and up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, twist your front thigh and cut your elbow down outside of the knee. Pull your left hip away from the ground and pressurize your arm into the outer leg to help you twist. Back knee will lift off of the down for added balance and security, or you can look up to the ceiling. Use your arms to facilitate this twist. Breathe in, hands to the floor, step into a plank. And as you exhale, bend your elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Now listen, inhale, straighten your elbows, hips forward for this tuck toes upward facing dog. Exhale, rebend your elbows to Chaturanga. Inhale, push up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now disclaimer, you can skip that vinyasa, do something more normal, less taxing, or skip it all together. Okay, left side, inhale, lift the leg. Exhale, step forward, back knee to the floor. First reach forward, back bend up. Exhale, arms circle back. Scissor your legs. Interlock your hands, inhale, arms stretch long, chest opens. Exhale, fist to your right waist. Inhale, right arm reaches forward and up. Exhale, cut the elbow down outside of your thigh. Inhale, pull the chest wide. Lift your back hip and your knee. Remain here as you deepen your twist through your exhale. Palms to the floor, step to plank. Breathe in. Exhale, you can do this funky vinyasa or regular. Inhale, tuck toes, upward facing dog. Exhale, rebend your elbows, firm your belly. Inhale, press up to a plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step forward, back knee to the floor. Inhale, rise up, back stroking the arms. Exhale, take them behind the back, interlock fingers. Breathe in, stretch long. Exhale, fist to your left waist. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, slice the arm down, twist. Back knee elevates with your in-breath. Exhale, deepen your twist, pull your right elbow wide. Breathe into a plank. Exhale, bend your elbows. Tuck toes up dog, breathe in. Exhale, rebend elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog pose. Last time, inhale, left leg. Exhale, step forward, back knee taps down. Inhale, reach forward and up. Circle the arms back through exhale. Inhale, stretch your arms long. Exhale, fist to your right waist. Inhale, right arm reaches forward and up. Exhale, cut the arm down, twist. Inhale, back knee elevates. Remain in your twist and pull your left elbow wide. Inhale, plank. Last time like this. Exhale, vinyasa as you choose or Chaturanga. Inhale, tuck toes up dog. Exhale, rebend your elbows, firm your belly. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen, inhale, right leg elevates. Exhale, step to your right thumb. Hop your back foot wide. Turn your heel to the floor for warrior one. Inhale, take your arms over your head. Lift your torso up. Now pull your right upper inner thigh back as you turn the structure of your left pelvic calf forward. Pull up through the front bones of the pelvis so your pubis lifts up. And move your chest forward and up. Touch your palms together just for 2 breaths. In. And out. Look up at your thumbnails. One more. Inhale. As you exhale, open up into warrior two, intelligently transferring the feet to the midline of the mat. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach forward and down. Triangle pose. Use a prop if you want it. All I want you to do is think about creating a more spacious lumbar spine. So take your tailbone and hook it towards your back heel. Pull your pubis up slightly towards your face. And start to rotate your spine gently, gradually. Breathe in. And breathe out. Last one, breathe in. Exhale, look down. Bend your front knee, warrior two. Challenge yourself, come down nice and low. Okay? Turn your left inner thigh in and back so that there's an inner spiral of your leg. And then roll your left ribs back more
So your upper rib cage is facing, it's square to the wall you're facing. Look at your front middle fingernail, that's where your drishti goes. 2 big breaths. In. Breathe out. 1 more. Exhale, hands to the floor.
Breathe in, step into a clean plank. No vinyasa, just straight back to your dog pose. Left leg lifts up. Last set of standing poses. Exhale, step to your left thumb. Widen your back foot, turn your heel flat. It's at a 45-degree angle in the back. Come on up to Virabhadrasana 1, arms overhead.
So work from the ground up. So roll to the pinky toe edge of your back foot, so there's a lift in the inner arch, and start to spin your right inner thigh back. Sometimes this will tuck the pubis back and the tail back. So work to lift up through the front of the pelvis and pull the front hip crease or the inner thigh back towards your groins as you turn your right pelvic half forward. Arms reach up. Touch your palms together. Move your sternum forward and up. 2 more breaths. Open to your warrior 2. Front foot narrows to the middle of the mat. Inhale, straighten the knee. Tip forward, cutting your left hip back. Take your triangle pose, second side. So again, you're working your tailbone towards your back heel. You're firming up the quad on your front leg. You're not locking out the knee. It's staying intelligent. Not wearing out the back of the joint. And your left shoulder moves onto the back. Look up. 1 more breath here. Exhale, look to the floor. Bend your front knee into warrior 2. Hold. Okay, so explore that inner spiral of your right leg and that rolling back of your right rib cage. Look at your front middle finger. 2 big breaths. Sit nice and deep. Last one. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step into a plank pose. Exhale, knees to the ground. Shift back into a brief, really brief extended child's pose. Slip your hands under your shoulders and then roll up through your spine till you're seated on your heels. I want you to take your blanket or your padding and just lay it down. It can be a little bit thicker now if you'd like, and then stand up on your shins. Okay, now what I want you to do is keep your hands in your pelvis as a way to be conscious of that forward or backward tipping in your hips. I want you to keep the front of the pelvis lifting, back of the pelvis drawing down. And then you're just going to squeeze your right heel to your right butt cheek. It's like not fun because you get a hamstring cramp. So only do it briefly. And then reach back for your foot. And I just want you to bend your knee using the strength of your arm so that your heel moves closer to the butt. Now, if you have this range of motion in your shoulder, turn your fingers forward in the same direction of your toes. So it mimics Ardha Vaikasana, which we do laying on the floor on our bellies. And then work your pubis up, your tailbone down, and turn the right side of your chest forward. And then without slingshotting the foot, release it consciously down. You'll do the other side. Squeeze your left heel to your butt. Don't catch the foot just yet. Just firm up the back of the leg and back of the glutes so that you can squeeze the heel higher. And then reach back, catch your foot, and use your arm now. So the leg becomes passive, the arm is doing the work. Squeeze your heel to your butt, and if you can, turn your fingertips forward, and then just work the neutralization of your pelvis. Okay? Turn the left side of the rib cage forward. And then release your foot without slamming it down to the floor, and tuck your toes. Reach the arms up, and then circle them back behind the pelvis, interlock your fingers. We did this earlier. Make sure your toes are tucked. If you're feeling tight, blocks next to your outer ankles would be quite nice. Stretch your arms long and just turn your heart up like your spine has become like a candy cane almost. Slip your arms back away from your pelvis, unclasp the hands and lean back until you grab the ankles. If you want a deeper back bend, point your feet. And then push the chest up so you're not sinking into your feet. You're using this as a launch pad to lift your sternum up, 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 up. And then slip your hands to the heart, back bend up. Point your feet, take your inner legs together and just sit on your heels and let your spine reacclimate. Quiet your breathing. Quiet your spine. Take a lovely deep breath in. And exhale. So nice. Okay, open your eyes if you had closed them. And then grab whatever you took for pigeon pose. Okay, so set your pigeon prop up. Lay it wide across your mat. We're often taught to just pad up underneath that front butt of the bent leg, but that's a garbage way to do it. Sorry to other yoga teachers who teach it that way. I'll teach you a new way. So your blanket or your bolster is going to be thickly folded and it will go wide. Those of you that have really pliable hips, you won't need quite so much height, but I offer it to you as an experiment and then you can find your way within that, okay? So bring your right shin forward until your padding is really underneath your pelvis and not just underneath your right thigh or your left thigh, okay? So it should be right below your pubis. And then I want you to find the pinky toe edge of your back foot and allow for a functional sickle. So roll to the pinky toe edge of your foot as a way to turn your left hip forward towards the right heel, okay? So if there were flashlights on the front of your pelvis, you'd want them to be turning directly forward and not slightly off towards 11 o'clock, okay? Straight forward towards 12, and then lean forward. Now, if you have traditional blocks, set them up, one tall facet, one medium facet. This feels so good. If you don't have blocks, you're gonna do this without blocks, and it feels just as good, but a little more active than passive. Now you're gonna walk your torso to the right and put your left elbow down on the ground. Make a fist with your left hand, and as you cup your right hand on top of it, you'll start to turn and rotate your rib cage to the right side. Now, you'll see if you peek at the screen, I'm just laying my left rib cage on the blocks and my head on the taller facet block. Now, sometimes that makes the right butt want to lift, so roll the right pelvic half down and then embody this twist, pushing down through the right. Now, if you don't have blocks underneath your rib cage, push the top hand down to elevate the rib cage slightly away from the floor as you turn and twist. Okay, so if you need a visual again, you can look at the screen. But it's just a twist and a pigeon combined together in a beautiful hybrid pose. Okay, untwist your spine. Come on upright. Move your blocks to the side and then circle your back leg forward. I want you to set up Gomukhasana legs. This is my arch nemesis, this pose. So you're gonna need some padding under your butt if your hips are tight. Nestle your knees one on top of the other and take your feet as symmetrically as you can to the sides, okay? I would set up a couple of blocks beyond the front knee if you have them. If you don't, you're gonna use your knee instead. Eagle wrap your arms right underneath the left, okay? Spin your thumbs to the right and lift your elbows up. I want you to stretch the space between your shoulder blades because we did so much back body strengthening and interlocking behind the back. Lean forward, set your elbows down on top of the blocks and potentially lay your chin on the top biceps, okay? If you don't have blocks, you can either stay elevated or you can hook your elbows on top of your left knee. Okay, breathe into your upper back, breathe down into your hips as if you could, okay? Hold upright.
blocks to the side, and like a retrograde. Just take your top leg, circle it back and behind you, tuck your toes under, and then step back into a dog pose. If you want to do a down dog split and turn your hips open, you're welcome to, but you know, that's not the only way to do things. And then lift your left leg up. Come forward into your pigeon pose, second side. Point your back foot, roll to the pinky toe under your foot. The pinky on your back foot is your steering wheel in this pose. It's the rudder on your boat. Turn your right hip towards the front heel. Okay? And then set your blocks up if you have them. They're somewhere aligned just above your ankle. One block, medium facet, one block, tall facet. Obviously, if you're taller than me, like David, you might need more than just 2 blocks. You might need 2 low-level blocks like this and a taller tower here. Anyway, you get the point. Walk to the left. Put your right elbow down on the floor. Make a fist with your right hand. Cup your left hand around it. Lean back, roll back. And then just enjoy this twist and hip opener. Now, can you roll your left butt heavier to your padding? Yeah. And some of you might even be able to roll onto the back of your skull so that you look up and over your left shoulder. Feels super nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's very big sensations in this pose. It's not subtle. If your hips are tight, it might not read as super nice as I just said it is. It's subjective, like most things in life. Okay, come on out of this. Undo it. Move your blocks to the side. Circle your back leg forward. And then align your knees in the middle. Top knee, right knee nestles on top of left. Try to make your legs look as symmetrical as possible. Obviously, this is harder done than said. And take your blocks forward beyond your knees, as high as you need them. Left under right. Garudasana arms. Tighten the wrap by spinning your thumbs to the left. And then lean forward and put your elbows down. And lay your chin on the top arm. And then breathe into your back. And you're breathing the shoulder blades wide. And you're breathing low and wide across your lumbar spine so that it feels like you're breathing into your pelvis. Really what's happening is your diaphragm is pressurizing into the organs below it, and it makes it feel like you're breathing low into your pelvis. You're not, but just imagine that you could breathe into your pelvis. Good. Come on up. Yeah, come on out of it. Undo your arms. Move your blocks. Circle that top leg all the way back and around. Ugh. Hands to the floor. Last downward facing dog. Very last one. Last pose is beauty. It's child's pose. Put your knees down. Lay your forehead down. You can reach your arms back, so it's a true child's pose. Reach your arms back towards your feet, so there's no more taxing the shoulders at all. And when you are ready, roll up through your spine and set up either a seated meditation or Shavasana, whichever suits your needs. Okay, so you have these props from your practice today. I'm sure you have a couch or a bed. Take some of those pillows, stick them underneath your knees or your thighs. If you're sitting upright in meditation, sit on something. So so that you can really organize your spine intelligently and consciously. Okay. So those of you laying down, just settle in. Work out any kinks in the body. Make those tiny micro refinements and those last adjustments so that you feel so comfortable. Those of you that are sitting upright, same thing. Rock a little bit forward on your sitting bones so that your lumbar spine is happy and curvaceous. Curl up through your crown. Relax your shoulders. And then everybody unlock your jaw. Soften your tongue. And start to slow your mind down by becoming really in tune with your physical body. Those of you that are reclined, you're focusing on creating a heavying sensation in the physical body and a lightening of your mind. Those of you seated, keep your mind contained by focusing on your stillness. seated in meditation, stay exactly where you're at. You're already where you need to be. Those of you reclined, put your hands on your belly. And just take a couple breaths into your hands. Feel how your breath moves your body. Bend your knees, put your feet on the floor. Roll to your side. And come on up and join the rest of us in a seated pose. And similarly, sit on something. Sit upright with length through your spine and openness in your presence. Direct your awareness inward and just take note of any transformative effect that your practice might have had on your state of mind. Bring your hands into a prayer at your heart, or feel free to put your hands on your body, over your heart, onto your belly, whatever feels intuitive. And just take this moment to send yourself some appreciation and gratitude, compassion, love, patience, kindness, whatever you need. Let's all take a deep breath in. Out the mouth, let it go. Huge breath in for Om. Deep gratitude for your presence and your efforts and your intention. So grateful for all of you. Thank you for being here. Namaste. Thank you, my friends. Adore you all. Come back again. I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays for Marome peeps, but I'm teaching Monday through Thursday and also Sundays. So please join me anytime. Can't wait to see you all again. Take care.